So you support a cause you really care about. And if you're like a lot of people, you've probably set up a regular monthly donation, which is awesome, by the way. It provides that steady, reliable support charities need. But have you ever wondered if there's a way to make an even bigger, more focused impact right when it's needed the most? Well, let's get into that. I want you to imagine something for a second. The school you support gets hit by a bad storm, and all of a sudden, they need a new roof. Or a community is devastated by a natural disaster and they need relief, like yesterday. Now, your monthly gift is absolutely crucial for keeping the lights on, but these huge, unexpected emergencies, they need a different kind of horsepower.
So, how in the world do these organizations handle that gap? Well, they've got a secret weapon, you could say. It's a specific strategy that lets donors just like you jump in and make a direct, immediate difference when the clock is ticking.
And here it is. It's called the additional gift. It's pretty much exactly what it sounds like, right? A one-time donation you make on top of your regular support. But here's the key. It's laser focused on funding something specific and urgent. We're talking medical supplies, new textbooks, disaster relief, you name it. Now, it's super important to understand that these two ways of giving aren't competing with each other. Not at all. In fact, they work together perfectly. Think of it like this. Your regular donation is the marathon runner, providing that long-term, steady stability. The additional gift? That's the sprinter, giving a massive burst of energy to cross a finish line right now. This table really lays it all out. Your regular gift is that reliable monthly contribution for general support. But an additional gift, that's different. It's a one-off, it's aimed at a very specific cause, and the amount can be whatever you choose. It's really your chance to look at a situation and say, yep, I see that urgent need and I want to help fix it today. Okay, so how do nonprofits actually make these powerful gifts happen? Well, they have a few key strategies up their sleeve. I like to think of them as power-ups for your generosity, designed to squeeze every last drop of impact out of every single dollar you give. Let's kick things off with a big number, 84%. Just let that sink in for a second. What do you think that represents? It's a massive, massive majority, and it points to what is probably the single most effective tool in a charity's entire toolkit. You got it. A whopping 84% of us are more likely to donate if we know our gift is going to be matched. This is the first and maybe the most powerful strategy of all, matching gifts. It's such a huge motivator because, let's be honest, who doesn't want to double their impact without spending an extra dime? It just feels good. So a company or maybe a major donor steps up and agrees to match every dollar given. All of a sudden, your gift is worth twice as much. It's a total game changer. For nonprofits, this can mean a 30% jump in revenue. And here's a little inside baseball for you. That December 31st deadline for most corporate matches, it creates this incredible sense of urgency that really gets people moving. And speaking of December, that leads us perfectly into our second strategy. Get this. 30%, almost a third, of all giving for the entire year happens in that one single month. That is not a coincidence, my friends. It's a powerful wave of generosity that smart organizations know how to ride. And wow, this chart just says it all, doesn't it? Look at that. You see giving just kind of bumping along all year, and then bam, December just goes through the roof. This visual makes it crystal clear why those year-end campaigns are just so unbelievably critical for a nonprofit's bottom line. And if you think that's wild, check this out. A full 10% of all annual donations come in during the last 3 days of the year. Insane, right? It's this incredible rush of last-minute giving, and it really shows you just how important timing is when it comes to fundraising. All right, so the final strategy moves away from the calendar and focuses on something else entirely, connection. You know those generic please give emails? They can easily get lost in the shuffle. The real magic, the stuff that truly works, happens when a request is personal, when it makes the impact feel real. And this is exactly how they do it. Instead of just asking for a random amount of money, they connect a specific dollar figure to a real concrete outcome. Your $50 will buy school supplies for 5 children. See? It completely bypasses that abstract idea of money and connects directly to our empathy. Your donation is no longer just a number, it's a backpack, it's a tutoring session, it's a whole stack of textbooks. You can literally picture what your generosity is going to accomplish. Okay, this all sounds great, but I know what you're probably thinking, because it's a really important question for any savvy donor. How can I be sure my additional gift for, say, holiday meals actually goes to pay for holiday meals? So let's pull back the curtain on how transparency works. You know, the organizations you can trust have a really simple but effective system. As soon as a specific need is identified, like a holiday gift fund, it gets its own unique accounting code.
When you donate to that fund, your money gets tagged with that code. Think of it like a tracking number for your generosity. It gives you and them peace of mind, knowing that every single dollar is accounted for.
And if you zoom out to the bigger picture, this is what that transparency often looks like. Reputable organizations are an open book about how they use their funds. Typically, you want to see the vast majority, like around 80%, going directly to the programs that serve people. This kind of reporting builds trust, and honestly, it empowers you to do your homework and see which organizations are really making the most of your support. So there you have it. You've got the playbook now. You understand the dynamic duo of regular support and targeted additional gifts. You know the strategies organizations use to make your impact go further. You're not just a donor anymore. You're an informed, strategic partner in making a difference. At the end of the day, knowing about things like matching gifts, seasonal campaigns, and personalized asks lets you give smarter, not just harder. It gives you the power to find those moments and those methods where your generosity can create the biggest possible ripple effect for the causes that you truly care about.
So the next time you see one of those emails for a year-end match or back-to-school drive, you'll know exactly what's going on behind the scenes. You'll understand the why behind the ask. The only question left is, how are you going to use that knowledge to make your next gift your most impactful one yet?